Report, week 3 in the books. Now, I did some predictions going into week 3, and I've got some apologies that I have to make. First of all, I need to apologize to the fans of the New York Football Giants, maybe even the fans of the Atlanta Falcons. New York Football Giants fans, I gave you false hope that Daniel Jones and your team would be able to beat a garbage organization like the Atlanta Falcons. You guys couldn't even do that, solidifying you in the same category as your New York alumni with the Jets, your New York brethren. 2 of the worst teams in all of football, and Jacksonville, of course. Poor Trevor Lawrence down there getting tore up. But let's see. We love stats around here. Let's see some stats here. Matt Ryan, 27 of 36, 243 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mike Davis leads them, 12 carries, 50 yards, 4.2 average. Regardless, Atlanta wins 17-14. Daniel Jones, 24 of 35 for 266 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Saquon Barkley, another pedestrian day, 16 carries for 51 yards. Saquon Barkley, I don't know what's happened to you, but goodness. Then again, you are a Giant, and your franchise has been the worst franchise over the course of the last 7 seasons of all the National Football League. Now we move on. Goodness, we got to move on to those scrappy Washington football team. Let's see. We're pulling the stats up here. Washington went into Buffalo, and I told you, I told you, when you went up there to Buffalo, New York, you was going to get your ass kicked. And boy, did they do it. Josh Allen went out there and tore your maligned defense to shreds. And then your offense couldn't do that. The Washington football team, once again, the bottom of the barrel. Statistically, Taylor Heineke, against his first real test of a defense, 14 of 24, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. And then the real problem with Washington right here. I wish you could see my screen right now. The real problem with the Redskins lies in the statistics of the run. 12 runs for 31 yards by Gibson. McKissick, 3 runs for 23 yards, and Heineke had to scramble his ass off. 8 runs for 21 yards. Really didn't get anywhere. Washington not being able to run the football is a real problem. Can't keep the other team off the field, which results in Josh Allen, 32 of 43, 358 yards and 4 touchdowns, and let his foot off the gas in the 4th quarter. Washington football team fans, go ahead and bury your head in shame along with the New York Football Giants. Now we move on. The marquee matchup. The main event. Now, remember, I done told you what was going to happen, but I was wrong. I severely underestimated how bad the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts are. Jalen Hurts, who got a ton of garbage time yardage, 25 of 39, 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. One of them being a pick 6. Jalen Hurts looked like a deer in headlights. He was their leading rusher by far, 9 carries for 35 yards. Philadelphia is poorly coached. It was a one-dimensional attack, as is always when you keep an RPO specialist quarterback from being able to run the football, which that Dallas Cowboys defense stretches you out. It's very fast, sideline to sideline. You ain't getting a whole lot of yards like that. You're going to do a lot of sideways running and running out of bounds. You understand what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts was forced to try to make throws, even the most elementary of passes, and Jalen Hurts could not make those throws. So at the end of week one, you go back on my show, at the end of week one, when his jersey sales rose 500% to the bandwagon Philadelphia Eagle fans, 500% his jerseys went up. I told you, Jalen Hurts is not the answer. And now y'all sitting back talking about, I don't know what we're going to do. Jalen ain't no good. Jalen ain't no good. I told you before you bought that trash jersey. You want to listen? Dak Prescott, 21 of 26, 238 yards and 3 touchdowns. Let me tell you why I love the last 2 weeks of Dak Prescott. Over 80% completion rate. Taking command of the offense and aggressively taking what the defense is giving. These are Troy Aikman numbers. Troy Aikman used to only have to throw the ball 24 times because he had Emmitt Smith. He had Moose Johnston. Now, what we don't have yet, defense is getting better. We had one of the best defenses in the league back then. But then you look at Ezekiel Elliott, 17 carries for 95 yards. Tony Pollard, 11 carries for 60 yards. 5.6 and 5.5 yards a carry right into the teeth of the defense. And murder. Philadelphia is a garbage football team. Dallas, as I said in week one, they're taking the East running away. Probably the only team in the East that anybody fears. So, to the chagrin of all you out there, when you see guys like Trayvon Diggs, who's becoming a shutdown corner, when you see that Jalen Smith is now he looks like Jalen Smith again because he's got help. We got 4 starters out on defense, and the defense still came out there and did the job. 8 takeaways in 3 games. 8, including a pick 6 by Trayvon Diggs. And Jalen Hurts let Diggs get in his head, and he kept trying him, and Diggs kept burning him, and he let him know it. Dallas is going to be a real problem in the league this year with that type of offense. Running the football effectively, setting up tremendous play action. And Dak Prescott, my friend, I gladly eat crow. As you studied, you've become the quarterback that I've been waiting for, commanding the line of scrimmage, playing with the defense, no jump passes, getting the ball out, anticipation throws. Good stuff, my man. Good stuff. Well, folks, we got the best part left, the Brood Award. This week's Brood Award, I'd love to give it to the New York Giants for losing to the Falcons. But I got to give it to the entire Washington Redskins. Oh, goodness. I'm going to get canceled. I almost said it all. The Washington football team defense right here. The whole defense is going to get their own bottles of Brut. Slap it on, and it may even make Washington's defense smell better this season. Let's see here. Slap a little Brut on, and you'll never be able to slap the women back off. Brut. splash on for men. There you have it, folks. Hopefully we'll get a pregame in and we'll go from there. So you guys have a good one.